guys, welcome back to our channel, Beauty Made Piece by Piece. Obviously this is not Lisa. Lisa is actually sick for the day, but this is our friend Brittany.
Hi.
And Brittany had written a comment on one of our YouTube videos talking about how she wanted to learn more about contouring and highlighting and all that fun stuff that is huge rage right now in the makeup world. And so we asked her to come in and be a guest, and she said yes. So this is going to be a pretty long video about how to highlight, contour, all that good stuff. We've decided that Brittany is a oval face shape. It says like an upside down egg. I looked at that and thought about that.
I'll be an egghead.
So dude, I'm the same way. Obviously, my face is longer than yours. But so yeah, I'm gonna do cream contour, show her that, and also just go. We're gonna start from the beginning. But you guys know we have no rules in makeup. Just going to try to teach you some techniques, and then you do you as always. So we're going to start.
All right.
Alright guys, so we are going to start. Number one, we are going to prime her face. My opinion, more is more. And we're going to do 2 primers on her. Brittany had told me that her face is pretty dry at the moment, at least. A trick that Lisa and I had found a while back is we use a little bit of coconut oil just right underneath our eyes where it gets really dry. And I'm going to do that for her today, just show her kind of what that's like. I literally just take like a wee little bit amount on a Q-tip, like so. And I'll just put that in there. It's kind of chunky at first, but the warmth of your skin will actually melt it in. A little foundation brush, and you kind of want to dab it in, not really rub, just kind of dab it in so it will fill in those lines or anything you have there. I'm going to let that dry. I'll take a little fan here, we'll get it going. I keep these things around my makeup station all the time. They're so handy. Today on her, most of her face, I'm going to use the Hourglass, the Veil. This is more like a moisturizing primer on the rest of her face. And on her T-zone, right here where you put those highlighters and stuff, I'm going to go with the Professional. This is my Ride or Die. This really, really fills in your pores and just makes it look really nice and smooth. So we're going to do that. Again, I'm going to use a little foundation brush here.
Now, would you normally use your fingers?
Primer, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The primer just help the makeup stay on better?
It helps the makeup stay longer, but it also helps it go on smoother as well.
Okay. I have these big lines on my forehead. Does that help fill those in?
Yes, we do.
Nice.
I also put some of the Professional in there.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, the stuff like the Professional. Another one that's good is the Maybelline Baby Skin. I have so many makeup products, and it's really rare that I stick with the same thing. You know, we're always reviewing, always trying different new things, but I use this stuff every day. I have for the past 3 years. So, different primers are different. I know some say you put primer on, then put your foundation right on top of that quickly, so it kind of mixes in. Some you should just kind of let dry. We're going to let her just dry just a little bit while I get her foundation ready. is a matte finish, but it's a very liquidy formulation, so it doesn't feel drying or look drying, but it still gives you that nice matte finish. So you're going to apply this with a dampened beauty blender. Put a little bit of product on my palette. This was a brand new beauty blender that I had opened. I dampened it, wringed out all the excess water as much as you can. I know everybody's in a hurry doing that, but the beating motion, like the tapping, is so much better than like spreading it around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just getting ready to have to.
Yeah, make sure you don't forget like under your neck, behind your ears, and I put foundation on my ears.
Oh, okay.
You know, shit gotta match.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the scary thing about makeup. You don't ever want any lines, so I'm always unsure of how far to take that.
Right. I'll usually do my face, and like any extra I have, I'll take it down the neck. When you're doing your makeup, any foundation, all this, don't look just straight on in the mirror, because people see you from so many angles during the day. So when people do straight on, that's when they seem to just kind of get right here, you know? They kind of forget about everything else, which in real life, people see you from every angle possible.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's not the most important thing in the world, but I mean, if you're gonna take time to do it, you might as well do it as flawless and as good as you can.
Yeah.
Don't forget to really get it back in the hairline as well.
I think that's what scares me the most about makeup in that sense is you just don't want it, like men think we do it for them, but more do it for ourselves and other women really, and they're the first critical ones to look at you and be like, I see that line.
Right.
And you just don't want to look crazy.
Exactly.
You just feel put together and you do feel good about yourself with makeup.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna take a concealer palette here. I'm gonna actually match her skin. I'm going to take a very tiny brush. This might seem really tedious, but take a little brush, dip it in, go over just little spots that you want, and it will like disappear instead of when you take your finger and be like, and then you know it brings it out. So what we're gonna do, we'll put this in here. Because any kind of blemish or anything, you do not want to bring light to. You don't want to make it lighter, of course, you know, because it will.
Do you want a lighter shade or?
If you're concealing like pimples and stuff, no, you want a shade that matches.
Okay, matches spot on.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my blender and just go, like, just kind of. All right. We're gonna go into cream contour. So when you're doing contour, normally a shade that's like 2 to 3 darker than your skin color, and you want it to be a cooler tone. You want it to look like a shadow, and you want it to be matte, no shimmer in it at all. I know some people don't agree that it has to be a cool tone, but it doesn't have to be, there's no rules. My favorite, which I'm gonna use on Britney today, is this Italia Deluxe. Yes, very affordable brand. And this is a double-ended, so it has a highlight on one side with no shimmer. And then it has this beautiful. So what you want to do is the top of that earlobe there, where that is, you want to start there, and you want to stop right where your eye ends. So like right here, you get to like there. And with this, you pretty much just like make a line, because it will blend out, you know what I mean? Same thing on the other side. Up here, of course, along the hairline. Just make the face possibly a little bit down. So you can see this looks kind of funny right now. We're also going to do her nose, so I'm going to go from the socket of her eye and come down. Now, if you want to make your nose look a little bit shorter, bring it down here. And a little bit on the teeth. Alright, now you look like a clown.
My war paint.
Your war paint. Then take it in the blender and there you go. And make sure you push it back in your hairline.
With contouring, the brown part is always the scariest.
Right.
Because you're like layering up all this stuff on your face and knowing exactly where to put it is always a big thing. Because I thought you put it in the fish face part too, so that's good to know.
Well, I mean, it does go. You know,
yeah.
A lot of people think that's like where you start.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's good.
So yeah, so that should be your lowest point. So remember, today this video is just focused pretty much on contouring, highlighting, reducing blush, stuff like that. So we're not going to really do much to her eyes or anything. So we're going to go straight into concealer. My ride or die under eye concealer is Instant Age Rewind Eraser and Brightener. Obviously, it's from my one. She says she has a hard time really getting those dark circles to be covered. So I am going to add a little bit of this LA Girl Pro Concealer in Lavender. I thought this was the NYX one. NYX is actually my favorite, but this is really good as well. Want to go, I go all the way up to my tip and come down into a V here. But most people's darkest is right in here.
Yeah,
so just don't,
and I have a birthmark there too.
Come down and you want to definitely hit the top of those cheekbones there and then bring it down into this V. So when you do the V, I feel like it just all kind of blends in really nicely. So you might want to put a little bit between the eyes there, even like up into like a little triangle there. Right down over to the nose, so right in between where we contoured that. So anywhere you want to lighten. And I literally just like tap a little bit of that in. I'm going to add just a little bit of the Bye Bye Under Eye by It. This shit is amazing. I'm just going to tab it. I'm just going to add it right there where her most trouble. Alright guys, so I am going to bake her. I'm going to actually mix the Laura Mercier powder, the number 1. I'm going to mix a little bit of the Airspun in it. The good thing about the Airspun, it's like a peach tinted powder, so it really helps to brighten as well. So I'm going to take a ridiculous amount of powder on my beauty blender here and bake her. I'm going to start in with her most troubled spots. So when you bake, you put so much powder on one spot that your skin actually can't breathe. It's suffocating. It will actually bake that concealer and the powder into your skin at 98.6 degrees. When you bake, your shit looks flawless and it should last a long time. So that's pretty much what you do. You can leave it anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. I know that sounds crazy. I was telling her earlier that do your foundation, do your concealer, then put your bake on. Then you can do your eyes and even your contour and stuff after that and let it sit while you're doing everything else anyways, so it gives it time to bake. And now I'm going to go over her face with Laura Mercier powder and just set everything else. Again, I'm going to take my blender and do that. Okay, so I'm going to also just take a little bit of my powder on a big brush here and go over her face. And then while that's baking, I'm going to actually do her powder contour. Actually, Beauty Made Piece by Piece, bought Britney the LA Colors contour kit. It's a very affordable contour kit. It was the first one I had ever owned, so it has a place on my heart. Every color in the Anastasia Beverly Hills light to medium contour kit, there's a dupe in here for that powder. Exact same colors, tones. Pretty crazy, and it's very, very affordable. It's very nice. Again, you want to go with those cool toned colors. So this color right here, we're going to go with that. What do you want me to use? Which would you rather see?
The fan would be cool.
Fan, okay. We've actually bought her a fan brush as well. I'll take the fan brush and I'm going to focus most of the color on the center of the brush, but then figuring out the rest. You always want to start light. It's so much easier to build than to bring down. So we're going to start in our same places, above the, right where the ear starts. And we're going to come down. Stop like right where your eye starts there. So that's why I like to focus most of the powder on the middle and then a little bit on the side so you can kind of blend that out like that. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to take it all the places I pretty much put her cream. Take your beauty blender to any places you feel like it's harsh. You can just go over it, just to get out any harsh lines, like so. And then what I love to do is take your baking powder and I'm going to start right here. I'm going to make a line down so it does look. And if you wipe that off like now, you would see a difference. Well, let's set this for a couple minutes there. I found my new favorite eye brush. It's a new brand brush. I got it off eBay. It's like this flat, but not brush. You can just dip back into that same powder that you used to bake with to wipe off your bake if you want, or you can use a different powder. I have really been into using the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This highlighter is very natural. It has no glitter in it. It just works very well. Another thing that works very well is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. This stuff is great underneath your eyes. It really brightens it without being sparkly. But I'm going to use the Essence on her today, the Essence highlighter. You see a difference?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What I like to do with this as well, for some reason, I like to kind of just make a little circle and kind of bring it down. Because this highlighter gives it just this natural glow. It's just so pretty. So if you guys can see, I mean, she just looks flawless under there. It's such a nice technique.
That's awesome.
I'm glad you see it.
Yeah, oh my
It's
gosh.
crazy, isn't it? And like, it doesn't look cakey or...
No, I love it. Because like I said, I put that foundation on and you can still see my underbags.
Right.
And like, no matter how much I put on it, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Wow, yay. So I'm gonna wipe off this down here. You guys can see how that looks like a nice sharp line there. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Use a bronzer just all over her face to kind of bronze her up a little bit. So. shimmer in it. This Physicians Formula, I don't even know what this is called. This has been one of my favorite. So I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to go with the Maybelline Master Bronze Matte Bronzer. So I'm going to start with a matte bronzer.
I still can't get over that bake. Like, I'm super pumped about it.
Start lightly, because like you said, and kind of start where you did that. Bronzer. Make sure you take it down the neck as well. I actually bronze my chest. Now we're going to go to blush. So I have two Melania, the flower ones. I have one in Romantic Rose, which is such a gorgeous color. I'm going to do a little technique on her today. I'm going to do one shade on her cheeks, and I'm going to take a tad bit brighter shade just right here, which just brings the light to the front of the face, and it's just a really pretty technique for blush. Now you want to focus your blush on your cheekbones, but more onto the side of your cheekbones, and bring it up. We're always trying to pull your face up. And again, you can always build. So. And I'm going to take a little bit of Wet n Wild's Pearlescent Pink. So a little bit on my brush here. It's not for me. And I want to take it just right on her cheekbones there, and just kind of feather the rest out. And it's really something about just that little bit of a technique, just kind of brightens up the middle of your face there.
Love it.
Highlighters. It says for fair skin, you're supposed to use champagne tones. From light to medium, use pink champagne tones. Olive skin, golden tones, and dark skin, terracotta tones. Well, here at Beauty Made Piece by Piece, we don't have any rules, especially when it comes to highlighters, and we use what we think is beautiful. So I'm going to let Brittany actually pick whatever highlighters she wants to use today. I brought a crap load out like always. So I brought out all of the J. Cat ones, even the new ones. You guys are amazing. I actually got this beautiful thing for my birthday. It's the Profusion Highlighter book, which they are all gorgeous as well. It's a whole damn book of highlighters. We got the NYX, what's this called? Strobe of Genius palette, which is amazing. Makeup Revolution blush palette, but obviously these are not blushes, they're just a bunch of highlighters. So anything you like, my sister, go through them all if you want.
I think I'm gonna go with...
It's one of the new J. Cats that came out. They're so gorgeous, you guys. This one's called Crystal Sand. It's so pretty. If you are scared and want to start lightly, go with a fan brush. I'm not scared. Go with this. This is one of my new favorite highlighting brushes. So Eva brushes. This is the 110 face shape brush. Put this on, and then if you need to add another color, you might, because there's not one day I ever put one shade of highlighter on. On your cheeks, you want to put it at the highest point of your cheek. And just be careful, because highlighter will show every line and pore and everything you have. But we have a beauty blender if we need to tone it down. I prefer this method. I just think it catches the light really nice and it's really pretty.
I like it.
Also, we're gonna highlight down the nose, just right in the center of the nose. You can take a little bit up here if you want, especially if you have more drier skin. Same thing on your chin, but we're gonna put a little bit on her chin here. And then another great place is right on the cupid's bow. It will make your lips look bigger. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender, just kind of tap it around anywhere I feel like I heavy. I think it's really natural and nice and pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of matte bronzer, just on a flat little brush here, underneath the bottom of there. Well, we just realized that I forgot to contour her nose, so we're going to go just, but there's no correct steps in this. This is just how I do mine. This is the smallest. It's just pointed in the middle there and has the flat sides, which I just think is really nice. I've really been liking it to contour my nose. Just tap a little bit in. I'm just going to do one light coat of powder everywhere, kind of setting it. Alright guys, so of course the last step is to set everything. I've really been into the Wet n Wild. I've been into it for a while. Also have been loving the Essence Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. I really believe, like I said, sandwich that in. You know, you got the prime, start out with that. You do all this work, and you don't want it to go away. Why not make it last as long as possible? And I think setting spray is such a huge part of that. What'd you think, Britt?
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's like totally different.
Alright guys, so here is the final look. I threw just a little bit of eyeshadow on and some lips, and this is what we got.
Wow, it looks so different. Oh, it looks so good.
I'm so glad.
Oh, I'm so fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh. Alright guys, so that was Brittany, and we thank her so much for being here. Stay tuned. We are going to show how to contour every face shape. We just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hopefully she will be back because she is a beautiful model and awesome. So thank you.
Thank you. You did so
Thank you so much.